Okay, I'm going to go over some of the reasons why I think a hybrid class, either be that a monk class or a battle mage class, is coming to ESO next year. Also, I'll have some footage in the background, probably footage of my of me leveling my Nightblade character, which I'm going to try to make a hybrid as well. But so when you look at the game, where the devs have been taking it, the changes they've been making to armor passives, to some skills, some class passives, and some armor set bonuses, you can sort of see like a hybridization of the game. And while hybrids will never be as effective or as potent as a pure magic or stamina build, the game is still, or the devs are still attempting to make hybrids more viable or kind of close the gap between the a pure build and a hybrid build. And when I say hybrid, I mean a Magicka stamina hybrid, not a tank DPS hybrid. Um, so you look at the changes they make to things like the light armor, medium armor passives, and while I know that can be frustrating for a lot of people, I understand those complaints that people have, especially those who are trying to min max and those who spend a lot of time grinding gear. And And now, okay, with these changes, with let's say light armor now getting crit chance instead of just spell crit, but crit chance period, and the medium armor losing crit chance and instead getting crit damage. That is for both magic and stamina or weapon damage and spell damage. I mean, oh, I'm sorry again, weapon crit and spell crit. Um, Light armor is getting the crit chance passive, and medium is getting the crit damage passive. And for those people who grinded gear and or just had a setup that they liked, and now suddenly maybe the build is going to be a little bit worse. Maybe there's going to be less crit chance, higher crit damage, but less crit chance. For them, they may feel um, upset by that, and I understand that people are frustrated. But this is just coming from my perspective. As always, I always have to come from my own perspective as a person who does not min max, who does not play the meta. I When I look at like all my characters and where they're at, and where they will be during the next patch, I see them all actually improving. So I can't be too mad at the changes, and I like that they're trying to open the game up a little bit more because we've been calling for a good little while now for a character that can do more, that can fight more of the style that we see from the Elven warrior or Elven, I forgot what they call her, but you know the character that they use in the promotions for the Elder Scrolls Online. She has a sword in one hand and a spell in the other hand, and basically a spell sword. And we wanted to do that with our characters. And I know that, I mean, you can basically make a character like that now, but I think they're going to make a proper class, or at least maybe a weapon that can allow us to play that style, a sword in one hand and a spell in the other. And I'm looking forward to that. Um, I think that it's more in line with older Elder Scroll games that you can really truly play your character however you want to play them. And what I mean by that is you're not limited to playing Magica or Stamina with a particular race or whatever. And I know in a lot of games, fantasy games, you have the elves, they're the spellcasters, and the orcs are the melee or the more physical characters. But But in order for you to really truly be able to play the way you want to play, like in other Elder Scroll games, you need to be able to be viable. Okay, there's a difference between playing um, a build and playing a build that's viable. There's a big difference, I guess. So this is only going to help those builds out. I know one thing that I wanted to say about the new potential new class is that it's going to be viable, of course, but I would, the only way that hybrid is going to work is if they overtune the class because a hybrid simply can't perform at the same level as a pure build can. For one, we can't put split weapon and spell damage on the jewelry. We can't stack the weapon and spell damage to the same level as a pure build. So that's always going to be something holding it back. Sustain is going to be an issue. I know some people say that you don't need a lot of sustain on the hybrid because you're drawing from two pools, but from my experience, if your stamina pool is too low, you're going to run out of stamina really quick from road dodging, breaking free, so on. And so you may try to put more into stamina, but then you find out that you don't have enough magicka to use some of your magicka skills. So it really is difficult to make. You have to make a lot of compromises when you play a hybrid build. So I don't know how they're going to make a hybrid class work without making it overtuned. That just may be what they do. I'm talking about the Battle Mage class, but if they go with that, and so yeah, but why would we even suspect that they were going to make a Battle Mage class? Well, like I said in another video, Coyote had mentioned this. He's the guild master in upper echelon mediocrity. He pointed out a character on the ESO website. It was like a meet the character sort of thing. Her name was Lucilla. I forgot her last name, and she's a battle mage. She's a battle mage in training. And when you read it, you kind of look at it and say, well, this does seem like they're throwing hints that this may be leaning into something coming down the line. So it may not be next year. Maybe it might be the year after that. But I think they are definitely looking at a battle mage class. And as Bra, what's the name? What's the channel name? Bra, we got this. He had a video a while back about a boss in um I can't remember the dungeon name, but anyway, he's basically a monk. The boss is a monk, and so he said like the animations are there, the skills are there, they could easily do that. So I think both of these things are probably on the table, and when you look at the way they're hybridizing the sets, the passives, the weapon bonuses, like or the set bonuses, you have instead of just weapon or spell damage, you're getting both on 2 lines, maybe on 3 lines. You're getting offensive penetration instead of just weapon or spell or physical or magic penetration. You're getting both, and even in the CP passive, they're being geared more towards um, sort of hybridizing things. Number one, yeah, to help people play as they want to play, to bring more variety, they can mix it up between magic and stamina, but also because they're probably setting the stage for a hybrid class. And they reworked the whole um, CP just for this. So I'm really, it really makes you think, why would they do all of this work suddenly unless maybe they were doing it because one class or maybe two classes or some potential weapons were going to be more hybrid in nature. And I'm going to probably get into alteration staff in another um, um, video, but that's definitely something that could be possible for a future weapon. You could probably use that as magic or stamina. Um, but I think, yeah, I get into that later. But um, I think I like the way the game is going, and I hope that they are able to give us some more clues if this class is really coming. And I'll be looking forward to meeting this character that they created called Lucilla, and looking for more clues. So I think that's everything that I wanted to mention. So thank you all for watching.